Hello, guys. This is High Priestess Shamilla. So I am back with part 3 and of my discussion about incubuses and succubuses. So I'm gonna get into symptoms, but I want to just let you guys know right now that these particular entities can cause serious mental and physical problems. And I don't want to get in trouble by who. So I can't really discuss everything on here. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't yeah, like it's really weird. Anywho, so I'm being guided by spirit as far as the symptoms that I can discuss, and they were right on point. Okay. Um, First of all, I believe Spirit wants me to inform you guys that many of them seem to come out of shadow portals of Uranus and the moon. Would be interesting for y'all to know that. But as far as like shadow portals and stuff, I can't really get into that. Okay. Let's get into the symptoms and signs. Okay. So, Five of Cups comes up in the upright position. Obviously, heaviness in the chest, fullness in the chest, feeling like something is sitting on your chest, depression, and anger. Okay. Um, that's and this goes for if you're dealing with an incubus or a succubus. Okay. Heart issues with the heart. Okay. Um, Low energy. Eight of Wands comes up inverted. Low energy, but then also bad luck. Either generalized bad luck or either going through a sudden string of bad luck. Okay. Problems with intimacy. The Lovers comes up inverted. Of course, if there is an incubus or a succubus on you, they are going to block your love life. In fact, this is probably something that a lot of you guys probably won't understand is that incubi and succubi, they are extremely powerful beings, okay? And then especially being that there's so many of them. So they have a way of keeping you trapped. And sort of in their reality, and to the point where your love life is very disappointing. You can't meet anybody. It's just all bad. Okay. Evil eye is another one. um they a majority, like I said, there are some witches that work with them and swear by them, but a majority of them, as I was told by Lilith, have an extreme hate from us. So there's origins of the evil eye definitely is connected to incubis and succubis, which I didn't even know that until recently. Okay. Um, Aging too quickly, stealing of your beauty, feeling as though you are not worthy. Because again, that's what they do, is they possess people. Okay. um the Magician comes up in the upright position, which to me, I feel like the reason why the Magician came up in the upright position is because even though we learned about these beings through the Bible, through the church, I don't want to say that the Bible and Jesus is ineffective against them. But again, this is actually what I heard about in another video. I feel like that is where you're going to be guided to go further, which is why I'm telling you, us witches are not just damned by any god. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not the worst things ever. In fact, many of us are healers. So, okay. The Tower card comes up in the inverted position. So this goes kind of along with the string of bad luck, but just, I feel like that Tower is inverted because it's like tipsy-turvy, unwanted happenings, unwanted events, things coming out of nowhere. But then also it's a deterioration of the body. Keep in mind that the Tower is connected to Aries. And Aries, the god, well, it's connected to the planet Mars. And Mars is all about the construction and the strength in the body. So general overall just deterioration of the body, the muscle, the bones in the body, okay, is where they're leading me. Obviously, money problems, poverty, okay, issues with finances, general overall health problems, okay. The King of Pentacles came up in the inverted position. The Queen of Wands comes up inverted because this is all about lack of lust, lack of luster, lack of energy, exhaustion. And they do feed off of our serpent energy, which our serpent energy is very important. You kind of need that. You kind of need your Kundalini. Now, the Wheel of Fortune comes up in the upright position, which I feel like for some reason, this is where they are watching constantly, like they're stalkers. They're like peeping Toms. They're constantly watching you, but then again, they do watch your blessings, because here's the thing about incubuses and succubuses. They want you gone. They don't like you. The Devil card comes up in the upright position, which means that if you are constantly obsessing, going through obsession, or possibly having other people becoming obsessed and abusive towards you, okay, then that could be a sign. Page of Pentacles comes up in the upright position, and I feel like Page of Pentacles upright is where you're questioning your reality. It's like, what is going on? It's like that deep thought and introspection, and you're trying to find answers. Next symptom, Queen of Swords comes up, mental fog. She's inverted, mental fog. You feel like your intuition is blocked, mental illness, anxiety. Queen of Swords in the inverted position can represent angst and anxiety, just really bad, in a bad way, kind of worse than the Nine of Swords. Okay, worse. Okay, think about it. The Queen is of a hierarchy than the Nine, so that's a bit more extreme. Yeah, so I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to come back with part 4 to discuss more about signs and symptoms and other stuff, okay? Make sure that you guys like, share, follow, subscribe, and visit my website, divineservicesapothecary.com.